Which rookie QB from the 2021 draft class is going to make the biggest jump in his sophomore year? Welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. We're going to be talking about everything this year. And that's a question that I was just thinking about. Which rookie QB makes the biggest jump next year? Let's get into it. Big Pat Sports Talk reacts. All right, welcome, Big Pat Sports Talk fans, Big Blue Crew family. Thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Question for today is: what rookie QB is going to make the biggest jump in his sophomore season? You got Mac Jones with the Patriots. He went 10-7 as a starter last year. Total QBR 51. Davis Mills for the Texans went 2-9. He had 37 QBR. Trevor Lawrence 3-14. Tough season. He had a 34 QBR. Justin Fields, tough season with the Bears, 2-8. 29 QBR. Zach Wilson with the Jets last year, 3-10, 28 QBR. Trey Lance, 1-1 with the 49ers last year, 28 QBR. And you had Ian Book that from Notre Dame that played one game for the Saints last year. He had a 2 QBR in the one game that he played. I'm going to exclude Ian Book because he's not going to play for the Saints. But the rest of these quarterbacks more than likely will be starters for their team coming up this year. Let's go start with Mac Jones. Now, Mac Jones with the Patriots, he had the most successful season last year with Bill Belichick. He went 10-7 with a 51 QBR. Not too shabby, but not great either. We're gonna talk about Mac Jones a little bit. Mac Jones with the Patriots, man, I think he went to the best situation possible that he could have went to. I always said that the Patriots would have been the best place for him to go. A lot of people had him going to the 49ers very early. I was like, no, I don't believe that he should go to the 49ers. I think the pressure would be too immense over there, and I don't think he would have had a very good season with the 49ers, but he went to the Patriots, who has the best situation for him. Now, Mac Jones last year, he did what was asked of him. He went in there, he made the short completions to the 2 tight ends that they brought over, Hunter Henry. I forgot the name of the other tight end, but they ran a 2 tight end system. We normally didn't have any outside receivers. I didn't see the Patriots upgrade their outside receivers very much this year. And in the second season, we all know that when the NFL gets film on you, man, film is a monster. Mac Jones, he had a 10-7 record this year. Do I think that he can repeat the same stature that he did last year, same record that he did last year? Yes, because of one person, Bill Belichick. Is Mac Jones ever going to be the quarterback that you get excited about, that he's going to put up major stats? No, I don't believe so. I believe Mac Jones is going to be a quarterback that he comes in there and he runs your system the way you want your system ran, and he has to have a very good run game behind him, which the Patriots always usually do, have a good run game. So I don't see Mac Jones falling off too far from the Patriots. I think Mac Jones has around the same record, 10-7. They may be able to go 11-6, but that film on Mac Jones, man, is going to mean a lot. But the thing that I know that's going to hurt Mac Jones the most, coming from a Giants fan, that damn Joe Judge is the offensive coordinator. Lord have mercy. So good luck, Mac. I'll be anything, man. His biggest downfall might be Joe Judge. I'm just gonna be honest with you, Cub. This is coming from a Giants fan. He was our coach the past 2 years, and it wasn't pretty on offense. So we're gonna see exactly what he's gonna be able to do. The loss of Josh McDaniels is gonna suck. So we're gonna see what the playbook is like over there with the Patriots this year. Do the Patriots have the same success? The only reason why I say I'll say yes is because Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick. But other than that, man, adding Joe Judge, not getting in any primetime receivers over there to help out Mac Jones, they better hope that running game is up to par, because if it's not, Mac Jones is going to have a tough time, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. All right, next is Mr. Davis Mills. This is the guy that people are comparing to Andrew Luck. And when I look at his film, I'm going to say he has some good traits. He does have some good traits. He went 2-9, so he wasn't winning games. But the Texans, man, they were a mess. But the Texans have had a very good draft. They had a very good draft. They hired one of the coaches that I admire the most in the league, Mr. Lovie Smith. They hired Mr. Lovie Smith. That was dope. Lovie Smith is going to bring a tough defensive edge to this team. And let's see if Davis Mills can make some things happen. They got healthier this year. They got Brandon Cooks back. They got some receivers over there with the Texans. I definitely know that he's going to have a better record than 2-9. So I see Davis Mills making a pretty good jump. Not going to lie to you. I see Davis Mills making a pretty good jump over there with the Texans. He did lead the Texans. When he was in there, he did have a command of that offense, and the Texans seemed to trust in this guy. They didn't draft a quarterback in this past draft, so they seemed to put a lot of trust in the guy, man. And I think they like the kid Davis Mills over there. Look for Davis Mills to be the quarterback of the Texans' future. After trading Deshaun Watson, they get a lot more draft capital. They got draft capital for some years to come, so let's see what they do over there with Davis Mills, man. I think Davis Mills is going to be just fine over there with the Texans. I'm going to be honest with you. I think he does way better than the 2-9 record that he had this past year, and he made some plays. And he was definitely good in the red zone. He had a very good red zone completion percentage, and he made plays to get the Texans points when they got down there in the money zone. So I'm going to say Davis Mills has a very good sophomore season. He's going to show that he's the quarterback of the Texans' future. I definitely believe he does that. All right, let's move on to Trevor Lawrence. 3-14 record last year. He looked absolutely abysmal last year. He looked terrible. Just going to be honest with you. He looked absolutely terrible. And then the Jaguars spent all this money, but they spent a lot of money on some players that should have never got that type of money. You got Evan Ingram Butterhands over there. You got Christian Kirk, who was a third receiver getting paid. Well, he was the highest paid receiver for a couple of minutes. Christian Kirk's contract changed the outlook of receivers in the NFL. He changed the market. He flipped the market completely. So that's why all these receivers are asking to be traded, and I understand why they're asking to be traded and get their money, because if Christian Kirk is getting $22 to $23 million a year, my goodness, I'm way better than him, so I should be getting close to 30, which a lot of these receivers are getting close to 30, between 25 and 30 million. Trevor Lawrence, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Over there with the Jaguars, man, they did sign Doug Peterson as the head coach, so that may be a lot better than what the coach from Ohio, Urban Meyer was. That was an absolutely crap show over there with the Jaguars. Do I see it get much better this year? No. You drafted Trayvon Walker #1 overall over Thibodeau and Aiden Hutchinson. You drafted Trayvon Walker off a combine, the underwear Olympics. The Jaguars tend to do things like this, and the Jaguars haven't been right since they fired Tom Coughlin after that defense started crying after Tom Coughlin got you to the freaking AFC Championship, 1 quarter away from the Super Bowl with Blake Bortles as your quarterback. Do I see Trevor Lawrence going 3-14 again? Yes, I can see Trevor Lawrence going 3-14 again. I can see Trevor Lawrence struggling again this year. I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of all the quarterbacks on this list, I think Trevor Lawrence will be the first one that ducks out, that you stop hearing from after a while. Give him to about his 3rd season, and we'll see exactly what he is. And if he's struggling in his third season, it's probably going to be over. He doesn't need the money. His dad, his people are well off. His dad even said that he's not all into football like most quarterbacks are. So when your own dad says that, that's a little bit of a warning sign. That's a red sign right there. So I see Trevor Lawrence struggling again next year. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. I don't see it get much better over there. Not with a Christian Kirk being your number one receiver. I mean, you do got Laviska Shenault. You brought in Evan Ingram. I don't think he's gonna be a top tight end. Maybe he proves me wrong, but like I said, I'm a Giants fan, so I know exactly what Evan Ingram's about. You might see some tip-up interceptions over there with Trevor Lawrence, so we'll see exactly what happens over there with Trevor Lawrence. But I'm saying that total QBR is probably going to be around 34, maybe 40 at the most, and I don't see him doing too much better than 3-14. Now, we're going to get to Mr. Justin Fields, one of the only Ohio State quarterbacks I've seen that can be pretty good coming out of college. Normally, most people that follow college football would tell you those Ohio State Buckeyes, their quarterbacks have always been trash coming out, but Justin Fields has talent. Justin Fields knows how to create plays. He's a very good improviser. He knows how to maneuver in the pocket. He has a very live arm, and he makes plays happen. Thing is, that Bears offensive line has to get a lot better over there, and they're trying to make improvements to the offensive line. I don't see them being much better than what they were last year, just to be honest with you. But a year of Justin Fields learning the system, and Justin Fields makes plays happen. So the loss of Allen Robinson, though, the loss of Khalil Mack, I see some tough times coming for Justin Fields over there, man. But we'll see. We'll see what the Bears have. They have Mooney over there, and they have the tight ends. They have the running back. I always forget the running back's name, but he's very good. But I just don't see much improvement for the Bears this year. They didn't have. We got their actual draft pick this year, their first round draft pick this year. But we'll see what the Bears can do. I don't see Justin Fields skyrocketing in his sophomore year. I see him be able to make some plays, but they got to get that offensive line fixed, and I don't see too much what they did with that offensive line going into this offseason. Bears fans, excuse me if you guys have, and I'm just not noticing it, but it's going to be tough for a quarterback without an offensive line, man. Even as athletic and gifted as Justin Fields is, I think he's going to make some exciting plays this year, and I think he's going to win the Bears a couple of games that they're not supposed to win. And I can see him improving on that 2-8 record. I can see him getting the Bears about 5 to 6 wins again this year, for sure. He had a total QBR 29. I definitely see him improving that. I'm gonna see if he can get that QBR up to 40, about 11 points higher. If he does that, that means the Bears are probably having a decent season. But I think it's just gonna be tough over there for Justin Fields. Mr. Zach Wilson of the New York Jets went 3-10 last year, 28 total QBR, had a very tough rookie year, but that roster over there with the Jets was absolutely trash. Robert Saleh was doing the best that he can, but the Jets had an absolutely amazing draft this year. Look up their draft, man. They got 3 top-tier players in the first round, and they made very good splash players throughout the whole draft. I'm looking at this Jets team, and I can see, hey, look, they're heading in the right direction. They've got Zach Wilson some weapons over there, and they have a running game over there. Their offensive line is getting better. Hopefully, Mekhi Becton can come back, get his weight under control, and he can do some things out there for him. Do I see the Jets going? Do I see him going 3-10 again as a starter this upcoming year? No, but they're definitely not a playoff team. They're definitely not a playoff team. The only guy that's a playoff team that I feel that I said out of these first 5 quarterbacks is Mac Jones. I think the Patriots can make the playoffs again because of that man Bill Belichick. The Bills are going to be the Bills, and the Patriots are going to be right behind them. They're going to crush on the Jets. And the Dolphins, I just don't see Tua being able to utilize Tyreek Hill the way he's supposed to be used. I see the Patriots as the second best team in that division, and they may be able to sneak into the playoffs unless 3 people come from the AFC West, which could truly happen. It could truly happen. But I think Zach Wilson, I see he could get the Jets probably 5 to 6, maybe even sneak 7 wins in there. If they do, that's a hell of a season for the Jets. And if they sneak 7 wins, it's going to be on Zach Wilson's back, man, because he is the Jets franchise right now. He's the franchise quarterback, and he's shown that he can be a franchise quarterback. He's very talented. He can get in and out the pocket. He knows how to read the pocket, and he can make some off-balance throws that are pretty amazing. I see Zach Wilson being a pretty good quarterback, man. Not gonna poo-poo him, man. I think he could do some things for the Jets. Let's see what the Jets do. I think he makes a pretty decent jump. But the quarterback that I think that's going to have the best sophomore season, because that team is built to win, is Mr. Trey Lance. I believe they start him over Jimmy G. I believe they're trying to get rid of Jimmy G. But if they can't get rid of him, they'll just bench Jimmy G and let Trey Lance take over. And if Deebo Samuel, if they could get him back healthy and happy, that team is ready. That team is ready to make a Super Bowl run. They won the NFC Championship last game and about 3 minutes away from being in the Super Bowl. So with Trey Lance coming in there, he's a better passer of the ball than Jimmy G. Let's see how he maneuvers in that pocket. Trey Lance is very talented, man, and he can make some throws that Jimmy G cannot make. And let's see if he can bring a different energy to that team, to that offense, because they have one of the best running games. They have one of the best receivers in the league. Brandon Ayuk is no joke. You have probably the best tight end in the league, and George Kittle is between him and Kelsey. So I truly believe that they're set up to win. I think Trey Lance makes the highest jump out of the rookie quarterback class from last year, and I think he gets the 49ers back into the playoffs, and they can scare some teams going into that playoffs because that defense is no joke. That defense is going to get the ball back for Trey Lance a lot, and he's going to be able to do some things with that offense. They're going to run a controlling offense. They're going to run that ball control over there with San Francisco the way that they do, and it's just easy. It's just set up easily for Trey Lance, man. I don't see a scenario unless Trey Lance comes and absolutely bombs that the 49ers don't get their way back into the playoffs. You got Seattle losing Russell Wilson. You got the Cardinals with Kyler Murray, but D-Hop is going to be gone for the first 6 weeks. You got, San Francisco. You got the Super Bowl winning Rams. It's the only team over there in that division that I have better than them, and they always find a way to beat the Rams. So I got Trey Lance being the rookie quarterback that's going to make the biggest jump this sophomore year. For one, he barely played. For two, he has the best team on this board. Yes, I'm going to say they're better than the Patriots. I believe they're set up better than the Patriots. So in order, I think Trey Lance makes the biggest jump. I think Mac Jones keeps it easy peasy. He keeps it steady over there. He's going to do what's asked of him, and that's all you can ask from Bill Belichick. Do your damn job. That's what he always says, and that's what he's going to do. I think Davis Mills is going to come up right behind them, and I think he's going to have a pretty good season. And I got Justin Fields. He's going to do what he can, but let's see what that Bears offensive line can do for him. Let's see if they can block for him. Trevor Lawrence, I got him having another rough season. I'm not going to lie to you. I got him having another very rough season. And Zach Wilson, I don't think his season is going to be rough as Trevor Lawrence's, but you know there's going to be growing pains over there with the New York Jets. But they may surprise some people. If they can win 7 games, man, that's going to be one hell of a season for the New York Jets, to be honest with you. But to answer to the question, I think Trey Lance makes the biggest jump out of the rookie QB class from last year, and he establishes himself as the starter for the 49ers, and he becomes a playoff quarterback in his second year, and it'll be his first full year starting. So that's my prediction for which rookie QB will make the biggest jump in their sophomore season. I'm gonna go with Trey Lance, man. I'm gonna definitely go with Trey Lance, and I think he's primed and ready to go over there with San Francisco. All he got to do is drive the car and not crash it. So that's why I got Trey Lance as the best sophomore QB coming up. But I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to me. This is Big Pat Sports Talk. We're going to go all over the NFL, man. We're going to have a whole bunch of NFL talk for you get this summer, getting ready for training camps and getting ready for the preseason and going into the regular season. You know, I'm a Giants fan all day. I'm true Big Blue till I'm through. You know it's true. And hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Also, thank you guys for getting Big Pat Sports to almost to 1,700 subscribers. If you want to talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk, hit that join button and become a member of Big Pat Sports Talk and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk, man. Merchandise is out, as you see on the screen. The What Are You Doing collection is out. Go to the Big Pat Sports Shop. Link is in the description. Click on that link. Go to the shop and get your Big Pat Sports Talk merchandise. But until the next video, peace.